including little Emma. Can be a neighborhood as well.
This is not a couch.
Oh, this section.
Of chairs.
The question is, if I take, what is this? Where did I get this? If I take this container here, here's my container, and inside I have something like this. And here on a tray, I have
Something that's water.
a pile of powder,
Is
okay?
it white?
And I put this powder into there. I want to know what the name of this stuff is before I add the powder. I want to know what you call this stuff, which is the powder. And then I want to know what you call the resulting mixture.
Oh.
All right? Not the type of chemical this is, but what you call it. Okay? Any ideas out there? You got 7.5 seconds to talk to each other. Ready, go.
H2O, Tim's got the next one, you got the next one.
H2O is not one of the answers.
Dang, I was close enough.
Vinegar, baking soda, explosion.
Sodium bicarbonate, acetic acid is not an answer.
You gotta answer that.
Okay,
Tim, go
so
for it.
did you guys have any ideas over there yet? No ideas?
I do.
This is based on last class. Yes, what is it, friends? What do you think? Any ideas for any of these? Solvent. Which one is the solvent?
That's a
Right, middle, sorry, left, middle, or right? The powder is not the solvent. Which one's the solvent?
The solution.
This one is the solvent. S-O-L-V-E-N-T. Solvent. Okay? So, did I say last class, not yesterday, but last class. So, which was on Friday, right? That was the last class. So, what do you call this thing here?
Saloon.
Solute. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Solute. What do you call it when it's mixed together?
Solution.
Solution. Solution. Solution. Okay? Solution.
Solution.
All right?
The solution to the problem.
Well, not that kind of solution, is it? It's a little bit different, huh?
Oh.
But here I have some solute, some salt, a white powder. This is the sodium carbonate. You guys remember dealing with this stuff before?
Yes.
All right. And here I have a different solute. What color is it?
Blue.
Blue. All right, you see the blue stuff? It looks like what?
Oh.
You ever seen blue stuff like that before?
Iron.
It might be something like a Kool-Aid mixture, right?
Oh, yeah.
Adding this to Kool-Aid to make raspberry blue Kool-Aid or something like that, right?
Oh.
And this one is full of air.
White.
That's right, nothing
Oh.
is this one. So, I'm going to show you now how this is the chemical reaction that we're going to be able to see here. We're going to see the sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. This is a chemical we work with a lot. We're going to be adding the copper sulfate. That's the blue chemical.
Which is iron, right?
What?
Which is iron?
No, copper
Oh.
sulfate. All right? And the result is going to be the copper with the carbonate. This is going to trade places. And the other thing that's going to be left in solution is going to be, what do you think? What's the other thing going to be?
And
Na, sodium,
SA.
2SO4. The sodium sulfate is going to be this thing with that thing. Okay? Well, it's because when this is placed into water, it becomes aqueous. Remember that? And this placed into water becomes aqueous too. Aqueous means what? Dissolved in water. Dissolved in water. However, when copper meets carbonate, they're soulmates, and they can't let go of each other, and it becomes solid.
Oh yeah.
Okay? So, let me get a little bit of water here. Whoops. water.
Water does
But water's not in the thing.
What?
No, it says
No, that's
Water is
right.
supposed to dissolve it.
Why are we adding water if water's not in the equation?
to dissolve it.
Water, it does say that those things are dissolved in water. Where does it say up here that those things are dissolved in water? Whoops. Fall down the ground. I did. AQ, right? The AQ, which means aqueous, means these things are dissolved in water. So, see if you hear how I breathed out? Good. All right, so
Is that just water? Or does
that's just water
with baking soda.
with the sodium carbonate.
Baking soda.
Okay? Did it dissolve?
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of.
Right now it looks cloudy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's foggy.
You maybe needed more water.
You know what that cloudiness actually is? It's actually just air bubbles, and they'll move out of the way in a second here, and you'll be able to see that it's nice and clear. Can you see it? That's just the clear water. The air bubbles are floating up to the top. Oh, you mean, yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Oh no, we see a
A
white
little tiny piece left?
Oh no, it's just
Air bubble?
No, it's just the way that the
Oh, yeah.
it's made.
All right, so now this is, what do we call this?
AG.
This is a solution.
Solution.
A solution. What's the solvent in here?
Water.
The water. The solvent is the thing that's in highest concentration. What's the solute, did I say?
Baking
highest
soda.
concentration.
Uh-huh.
So if you were to add a ton of powder and not enough water,
If you couldn't get more sodium carbonate dissolved in here than water. But yes, that's true. If you had two things that you could get both of them dissolved about the same amount, solvent would be the one in the highest concentration. All right, so we made it. We made a solution. Okay?
So the solvent is usually the liquid.
The solvent is usually the liquid. And yes, I mean, solutions are mixtures. A classic example of a solution is the air. The air is a mixture of many different kinds of chemicals. Homogeneously mixed, meaning it's the same concentration pretty much wherever you go. So what is the solvent in air? What's the thing that there's most of? Nitrogen. Nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas. The thing that there's second most of is oxygen. So who's the solute?
Solute.
Oxygen. And what are some other solutes? I heard some other ones that you named.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide is another solute. Tiny little bit of carbon dioxide. Okay? So here we go. Ready to make another solution?
Yes.
I have a feeling about this solution. It's not going to be colorless. Don't you think?
Cool.
We're
There's
dissolving.
still a ton of blue at the bottom.
Yeah, it's not quite dissolved yet, is it? Maybe I have to add a little more water. Give it a little time to shake up as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you made more water.
Maybe I got too much copper sulfate. That's another lesson, that not all solids dissolve the same amount, right?
Because you might need a gallon of water just to dissolve
That's
that
right.
much.
You might need a lot of water to dissolve that much copper sulfate. Looks like the amount is going down pretty fast though, right? So it also can take a little bit of time. And you can heat things up and speed up how fast they dissolve as well, right?
Yeah.
Almost done. You see it?
Yeah.
Can you see there's just a tiny bit left? Can you tell it's blue though?
Yes.
Looky there, huh? Two solutions. What's this one a solution of? Copper sulfate in water, and this one is
Baking soda and water.
sodium carbonate in water. All right. Very good. So it looks like the blue one is dissolved pretty much all the way. Okay? Solutions. What's the solute in here?
Water.
Copper
Copper
sulfate.
sulfate. Solute is the one that has been dissolved, one that's in the lowest concentration. What's the solvent in here?
Water.
Water is the solvent, right? It's the thing at the highest concentration. Now, when I have this one right here, when it's in solution, what it means is this copper is floating around separate from this sulfate. These things are called ions, and they're floating around separately once it's been in solution. And that happens with certain kinds of compounds. Same with this sodium carbonate. We have a sodium ion. Actually, there's two of them. And a carbonate ion floating around. So now I'm going to take this third one. What did I say I had in this third one? Whoa, I spilled it! Did you get so scared?
Nothing in it.
There was nothing in it, that's right. So, I have nothing in this one. And now I'm going to put some of this. Start off with that much of that. Alright.
And you're gonna add the other one?
And I'm going to add some of the other one. That's right. Now watch closely. Here's your chance. If you blink, you're going to miss it. Ready?
Whoa. It fogged up. Is it a solid?
It is.
It's solid?
It's a solid in there now.
Whoa.
Still a little bit of water.
The water doesn't disappear. The water doesn't disappear. It's still in there.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Now, I have in here, what?
solid.
What are the things? What's the solvent in here?
Probably water.
Water. Water is the solvent. Okay? And I also have some copper carbonate and some sodium sulfate. So they change partners. Right? Now,
If you stick your finger in it, what would happen?
You die.
if I touched it, nothing. Have you ever had chocolate milk, for example?
Yeah.
Or strawberry milk?
Yeah.
Chocolate milk, or the chocolate when you put in the chocolate milk, and strawberry in the strawberry milk, don't, or the white stuff in milk, right?
Yeah.
This kind of looks like blue milk, huh?
Yeah,
The
it
white
kinda
stuff in
looks
blue
like
milk and milk.
blueberry. It kind of looks like blueberry milk.
The white stuff in milk does not completely dissolve. It's not completely dissolved. Does that make sense? The white stuff in milk does not completely dissolve, and that's why you can't see through it. The two solutions that I made here, it's completely dissolved. That means you can see through it like that. Does that make sense? When
Is
you
that
put
why
something in a
milk's
solution,
thicker, too?
why what?
Milk's thicker.
I guess. Now let me see if I can do one more thing here. Oh no, I'm out of paper towels.
I'll get him.
You get them? You have one? You know where some are? I don't think we have any.
I don't think he wants to burn my shirt.
Use a napkin.
What? I don't think often. Is that like a poopy salt? Or is it like actually
No, it's
rock salt?
Probably not
rock salt.
Probably could turn rock salt, I'm not sure.
If you left it
If you
on.
left it upside down for a while. And you need to do the math that you were doing before to find the exact amount of each thing. Like, you know, my dad
When you're coming. But it's still, that's still a delicate.
okay. So here we
I
go.
have some
Now I
How
have
solid
a
is
piece
that?
of.
Is it like Jello solid or like?
Well, it's solid, but it's kind of all separated, and so it's not sticking together very strongly. Whoops.
If you let it sit for a while, will it turn solid?
It will. Well, it won't. It'll separate because it has gravity on it. It'll pull down and it'll all be on the bottom. But we don't have a while, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this filter paper and see if we can speed up the separation. Okay? So, this filter paper will let liquid go through as the paper gets wet, right?
Yeah.
But it won't let what?
It's all like that.
The solid go through. Come on, can you come help me? Hold this just like this, two hands. Okay?
Wait, let me switch hands so I can see.
So then the bottom's gonna be clear.
I don't know. What color is it going to be?
Well, it should be clear.
Nothing's coming out.
I saw a drip, I saw a drip, I saw a drip.
Blue.
gonna take a little bit of time.
Accumulator.
Drip, drip, drip. It's see-through.
It's letting
Yep.
through all the water, but
No, it is blue.
Dolly, it's weird, like
If it's very light blue, that means there was a little bit excess what in there?
Water.
copper sulfate.
Copper sulfate that didn't combine with the sodium carbonate. Does that make sense? A little extra stuff in there. But you can clearly see, get it? Clearly? Clearly see that we are holding behind the what?
Solid.
The
So
solid.
will that be blue if you look at it?
Yeah, come look at it. Come look what you see here.
It should be dark
Oh.
You see it? Please scoot back.
That's the solid stuff on the side.
Whoa. It's a really cool. Look at the bottom.
When it's all done, it'll look like a bunch of that stuff on the sides. And it'll be like a solid powder. Like what? Well, it depends on how much you dry it out. If you dry it out, it'll be just like salt. Okay? So this process is called a precipitation reaction. Precipitation. Remember we introduced that word last time? Can you say precipitation?
Precipitation.
Where's the precipitate in this reaction?
Right here. It's
Right there, that's right. No, where's it at?
It's
Right there, it's dripping.
No, the precipitate is the
Paper.
blue stuff that won't go through.
The solid.
It's the solid. That's right. Very good. So, we're learning a little bit about solutions, solvents, solutes, and reactions where we form what?
Solids.
Precipitates. Precipitation. A precipitation. Solids. Okay? And hopefully, after we learn a little bit, we can perform a chemical reaction like this on our own and make little different precipitates. Okay? All right, that's good for today. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay.